Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel again. If you guys don't know me, my name is Ayush. I'm a graduate student at Penn State, and today we are going to do an experiment on our own, and that experiment is resetting my phone for the ultimate productivity. I was actually reading this book, Make Time by Jake Knapp and John Jaratsky, who happened to be both working on Google when they were writing this book. And if you know Google programmers or work in Google, then it is pretty busy and pretty hectic, and they still manage to make time for small needs, or let's call it highlight of the day, in which this book mentions. So this book describes your phone as one of the main character that is going to disturb you in your focus, and it also gives you some tips and tricks on how you can manage your phone. If you see my screen time right now, the daily average is 4 hours and 44 minutes, and most of the time is spent on social media, which is 15 hours and 42 minutes, and that is insane. So I usually do this when I'm running a column in the lab and I scroll through TikToks, but I want to reduce my screen time down to less than an hour, and that is very rare in my case. Usually that has happened once or twice in the past couple of years, and when that happened, that day is the ultimate productive day. That is once in a blue moon for me. Usually when that has happened to me, I am the most productive version of myself, and the self-satisfaction of the feeling is pretty different. What I want to do today is reset my phone to give me the ultimate productivity system that I am looking for, which is eventually going to give me some more time in the day where I can include things that I am passionate for. So we are going to reset in two particular steps. The first one is removing all the unnecessary apps that I have in my phone, and the second is going to be updating the home screen. So first we are going to go step by step on what apps do I need and why do I need it, and if I do not need or I do not have a valid reason, then we're just gonna delete it from the store. Alrighty, so let's start with FaceTime. I need FaceTime. Calendar, I need calendar. Photos, I need photos. Camera, I need camera. Mail, this is the Apple Mail, so I do not open Apple Mail very frequently, so we're going to keep it for now. Notes, I use notes. Reminders, I need reminders. Clocks, yup, this is for my alarms. News, I don't need news, so we can just remove it. TV, I do not need TV as well, so we can remove TV. Podcast, I do not use podcast, we can remove podcast. App Store, I might need App Store in the future, so we're not going to delete it for now. Maps, I need maps while driving. Health, I actually do not need health because I'm wearing my Whoop, and my Whoop is going to give me all the data, so we're going to remove health as well. Settings, we're not going to delete settings. Outlook, this is my actual work mail, so we are going to delete this work mail. The reason I'm deleting this work mail is because I tend to check my emails every 15 minutes, and that is actually taking away a lot of time in my day, so that's the reason why I am deleting this. Smart things, this is actually for my TV, and I usually play things in the morning, and smart things is connected with Alexa, so we're not going to remove it for now. Ticketmaster, we are going to remove Ticketmaster because I do not need that. This is when I need to buy the season tickets for the games. So now let's move into the next page. Weather, we are not going to remove weather because I need to check weather. Find my phone, I am very bad at keeping track of my AirPods and my wallet, so that's why I have AirTag in my wallet. So we need to keep my Find My track as well. Shortcuts, we can delete shortcuts. I've never used this thing. Home, we can delete home, no big deal. Contacts, we are going to keep contacts because if I need to make some phone calls, then we need it for sure. Files, I need to keep files as well because there are documents that I need to access, such as my driver's license, the PDF, my ID cards and stuff like that. Stocks, we don't need stocks, so delete it. Translate, I have never used this app until now in my life, so we're going to remove it, no point of keeping it. Books, yup, we are going to delete books as well because I've never used it. Delete it. Boom. Fitness, I have actually never used this fitness or watch as well because like everything is in my Whoop, and my Whoop gives me all the data that I need, so we can just remove this fitness as well. Remove app, delete. Watch, we are going to remove watch as well, no point of keeping it. Freeform, so Freeform is actually supposed to take notes, and I already do have an iPad, and whatever notes I need to take, I can either take in GoodNotes or Freeform, and Freeform is also present in iPad, so we do not need Freeform over here. We're going to delete this as well. Remove, delete, boom. Tips, I have actually never used this app ever before, so we're just going to delete it. Remove app, delete app, delete. Alright, we're going to move into utilities, and voice memos compass, measure, voice memos. I actually need voice memos in order to record and put it in my editing videos and stuff, so we're not going to delete it. Compass, I have actually never used compass, so we can remove it, no big deal. Measure, I actually use measure in order to measure the walls and stuff for the furnitures. I have actually not done my room properly since I have moved into this place, and I'm actually in the process of doing it right now, so I actually need to measure the walls and stuff in order to fit in the furniture, so we're not going to remove it for now. Calculator, I use this every single day in order to calculate the amounts of materials that I need when I'm setting up reactions and stuff, so we are not going to remove that as well. iTunes Store, we can remove this because I've never used this. So that's all for utilities. Apple Store, we're not going to remove Apple Store because I tend to buy a lot of stuff, so we're not going to delete that for now. Clips, we can delete clips, no point of keeping it. GarageBand, I've never used GarageBand, we can delete it, no point of keeping it. iMovie, I actually edit my videos and my YouTube videos from iMovie, but I've never used the iMovie from my iPhone, and I usually use iMovie in my MacBook only, so no point of keeping it. We can remove it, remove, done. Keynotes, remove, delete, no point. Numbers, never used it before, remove, delete. Pages, no point of keeping it, remove, delete. Fashion, so if you guys know me, then I'm a lot into fashion and shoes, so I have an entire section dedicated for fashion, and I have all of these. I actually do not scroll around fashion, just from time to time, like let's say once a week or so. So even if I want to delete it, I can delete it but for now I'm just going to keep it because I know that I don't use this icon in particular that much, and usually when I have sneaker releases, I do not want to miss my sneaker releases, so I am not going to delete anything from over here because my part 2 exactly helps me whatever items I've kept in, and I'm going to move into part 2 after we flush out everything unwanted from this phone. So for fashion, we're going to keep fashion as it is, and for social medias, this is the part where we are going to delete everything. Remove folder, remove from home screen, done. Photoshop, I have this entire app of Photoshop that I use in my iPad as well, and that is actually for my Photoshop and for thumbnail design, so no point of keeping it. We can dump this as well. Remove folder, remove from home screen. So now we are going to move on to the next page, and next page has a lot of stuff. So moving on to the next home screen, we are going to start off with Duo. I do not need Duo because Duo is only required for my undergrad emails, and I can access my undergrad emails from my MacBook, so nothing on phone. And I already told you guys before that I have a tendency to check my phone every now and then. Next up is YouTube. This is one of the major things that I spend my time on, so we are going to delete this once and for all. Uber, for now I'm going to keep Uber because we might need it, I don't know when. Mint Mobile, this is actually the SIM card that I use, so I gotta pay my monthly payments over here and the bills are due, so we're not going to dump this up. Google Chrome, definitely we're going to dump this because I also happen to use this a lot after that. Poshmark, I actually have some of my closet listed on Poshmark, so I just try to follow it from time to time, but I can do that from my MacBook if I need to. We can just remove this, no point of keeping it, and if someone happens to buy my stuff, I'm gonna get an email notification, so that thing has been taken care of. Amazon Alexa, we're gonna keep this. Notion, for sure we're gonna keep it because you guys know how much I love Notion. Gmail, we're gonna dump this thing. Again, I told you I'm in the habit of checking my emails every 15 minutes, so I gotta stop that. Appfolio Portal, this is actually for my apartment rent, so we're gonna keep this. Fetch Rewards, we're gonna dump this because we don't need it. GroupMe, not needed. YouTube Studio, we are also going to delete YouTube Studio because apparently I happen to use YouTube Studio a lot and refresh it constantly and check any updates or comments or views or like how is the video performing or what's the analyst and everything, so that's also removed. Domino's, we're not going to delete Domino's because I happen to order from Domino's quite frequently. Credit Karma, we're not going to delete Credit Karma because I need to keep track of my finances. eSewa, we can delete it because it's usually when I travel back home, I need that for my bank accounts and stuff. Finances, we are not going to delete anything from the finances because these are all pretty important. My Stop, we are not going to delete My Stop because that's when I need to track the buses if the buses are running. Walmart, we are not going to delete Walmart because I need to order my food and groceries when I don't go to Walmart. Authenticator, we are going to keep authenticator because every time I log into the Microsoft, I receive dual verification in the authenticator, and we need this. Whoop, we are not going to delete Whoop because it is actually synced with this device that I'm wearing over here, and it gives me details of all the health and fitness, my sleep, my heart monitor rate and everything. So we are not going to delete this app. Best Buy, we are not going to delete Best Buy because I have monthly payments to be paid on Best Buy, and that's for my TV. Nittany Lions, this is a Penn State app, and we are not going to remove this because I actually happen to schedule some of the cycling classes and some of the gym classes through this, so we are not going to remove this. Target, we can remove Target, although I love Target, but we're going to remove it. Moving on to the next home screen. Oh my god, that's a lot actually. Teams, we can remove Teams because I'm going to get a notification on my email if there are any message sent to me on Teams. MoneyGram, we are not going to remove MoneyGram because I need it for transaction purposes. Google Drive, we can actually remove Google Drive because I do not use Google Drive very frequently. Splitwise, we are actually going to keep Splitwise because I actually happen to use this app very frequently when I go out dinner with my friends. We need to split the bills and everything, so all of the bills are going to come in Splitwise, so we're going to actually keep Splitwise. Network, this is actually for the shoes, and this is more specifically for custom shoes that if you want to buy, so we are going to remove this. We do not need this. Gove Home, this is actually for the lights which are synced with my TV, so we are not going to remove this. Journal, I actually do not use this in order to journal, so we can remove this. No point of keeping it. My Mazda app is for my car. I recently got a car, and so any notification from the car is actually transferred to this app, so I'm going to keep it. Greet, this is actually a habit tracker. I've been recently using it, but it actually requires a premium services, so for now I'm going to delete it because I've not been using it pretty properly. And the last but not the least is PSU Campus Rec, which is actually in order to keep track of clubs and what events they are hosting. For now I'm going to delete it because I only use this to keep track of table tennis, so we can just remove this. My home screen looks pretty nice because I deleted most of the things that was unwanted, and we are going to now move into step 2 to see one particular home screen, and I'm gonna edit that as well right in front of you guys. Okay, so now we are actually going to edit the home screen, and this is going to be step 2. So what we are actually going to do is we are actually going to update the home screen, and we are just going to make sure that we just see one particular home screen. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this particular page and add one widget over here, and that widget is actually going to be a clock with the time zone from Nepal because my parents are back home and I need to talk to them. So this is going to give me an exact time on what time is back home. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to make sure that the remaining of these guys are not visible. So 1, 2, 3, done. So I'm also going to remove the Safari from my app, and I'm also going to remove the music from my app, and I'm going to add FaceTime because I happen to talk to my parents through FaceTime. I'm still going to go back and do this thing. So this is actually what my home screen looks like right now, and to top it off, we are actually going to make everything into a grayscale. So what grayscale does is it is going to make your entire iPhone black and white, and you are not going to see any of these kind of highlights or popping up colors. So for that, what we need to do is we need to go to accessibility, and then we need to go to display text and size. We need to go to color filters, and we got to make color filters on, and voila, you're going to see this, and this is what my iPhone reset looks like. So this is going to constantly remind me that you do not have any phone calls that are emergency, and you do not have any text messages emergency. So for that, you do not need to look at your phone and just get back to work. This is what it reminds me of every single time, and I hope I'm going to keep you in the loop how this phone reset is going to work out for me. I hope you guys like this video. If you guys like this video, please make sure to like, subscribe and comment, and let me know if you guys have any good productive tips in order to stay away from your phone. Till then, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon. Peace.